One tradition that will be absent from most of our Christmas calendars this year is the annual trip to the local pantomime. With theatres closed and thousands from the arts out of work, former Blue Peter TV presenter Peter Duncan was so keen to keep performances going this year, he organised a panto of his own during lockdown and staged it at the bottom of his garden. The idea was so well received, it's now going to be rolled out across cinemas nationwide, as Thomas Magill reports.
Nothing could be finer than to be with Carolina in the garden.
This is Panto in 2020. Jack and the Beanstalk performed outdoors during lockdown at the bottom of a South London garden. All the brainchild of former Blue Peter presenter and Dame Peter Duncan.
This is the greenhouse now, which used to be my... This is the home of Buttercup the cow.
Originally, he had the idea back in the summer when theatres were forced to close.
Come the first lockdown, I thought to myself, there's not going to be any pantos this year. And obviously I produced pantos. I kind of thought, well, what am I going to do instead? It just tumbled into happening. To be honest, I was going to kind of shoot it on an iPhone to begin with. He's a bee.
Then, just like a fairy tale, cinema bosses heard about the project and they decided to release the film nationwide into 55 cinemas.
I never expected it in my wildest dreams because, you know, pantomime is always regarded by a lot of people as quite lowbrow, and actually I've often thought the opposite. I think it's bordering on high art.
It's been a tough year for the arts, with many productions, including pantos, becoming financially unviable due to social distancing. And that's left thousands within the sector out of work. So small one-off productions like this, which employ 35 out-of-work freelancers, has proven invaluable. Sam Ebenezer plays Jack.
I was working here for 4 years up until the pandemic, and now we're back and I'm going to be on the big screen.
I will climb to save my family.
He'd been an usher at the Everyman Cinema in North London before the pandemic and says times have been tough recently and welcomed the chance to get back to work.
I didn't think I'd have the opportunity to be performing in a cinema on a big screen, and a global pandemic has brought that, but yeah, my face will be filling that screen in a few weeks' time.
That screen and others across the land once lockdown ends. Oh, and I'm assured in true panto tradition, there's still plenty of audience participation to enjoy. Thomas Magill, BBC News.
That's very good.